Hello and welcome back to Vertigo Views, the almost always bankrupt park. I mean the park with the greatest vertical drops. Or a combination of both. Yeah, about that. We might have been a little bit enthusiastic with our builds, but it does come with great coaster design, at least if you ask me, the boss, the tycoon of the park. We don't really have that many rides, I must admit, but the ones that we do have, the ones that we did make, well, I must admit, they're quite good. Now excuse me for a moment. Yeah, so I'm back. Yeah, the ones that we do have are quite good, like this one, the latest addition to the park, which is still called Rollercoaster 1. Now, last time we left off, I said that we would wait for the ratings to appear. Well, of course, not a single second has passed in between, so, you know what, we're gonna rename this, and we shall rename this, the Krankendrop. Krankendrop, yes. Totally not from German, you know, but it sounds kind of, well, I don't know, cool in a way. So, shall we have the ratings? I don't know. Let us color this first, so we know that afterwards we can be certain of the fact that this coaster will have crazy ratings. If we go with even more red, it might become a little bit more monotonous. We'll go with the more airy blue on this one, perhaps with some red supports. Or perhaps we'll leave them white, or perhaps we'll leave them black. Or perhaps we'll choose neither and go with grey. I don't know, if we go with grey, we might want to go with a bit of a brighter on this one, and then something like this could do. And we'll go with a dark red over here. Sure, this has some lunatic colors to it, which are of course quite fitting for the name. So, let us give the end results of the rating agency's testing period of our coaster. Balls! Right. What I said, you know, at the very beginning was that I knew where the fault would be in this coaster, and that is all over there in this very first drop over here. If this coaster doesn't go that high, you know, or as high as it goes, then we can easily look, see? This is all that we need really, and then a flat piece. One, just like that, and done. Right, we'll test it again, and I think right now we have taken off the, you know, the nasty edge of the ratings of this coaster. So, whilst this is testing, and I'm sure you guys can report back on it to me when the testing is done, you know what, for that we'll leave this open. What we need to do is we need to take a look at our guests, in particular our guests that are angry. Because I don't know if I can enlarge this in any way. Doesn't seem like it. But there are some guests in our park who are not happy with the way things are going. Because we have had vandalism, and somebody in the comments suggested, which I thought was a brilliant idea, to actually go and do some vandal hunting. Now of course I'm all in for that, so what we need to do is take a look for a dark red face. We only got 700 guests in the park, so there isn't really fact, there isn't even a red angry guest in the park, so well, I guess there is no vandalism in our park then, or at least, well, I wouldn't say there is no vandalism, I at least know there is no currently active vandal. So, besides, it also seems that with that there also is no active vandal. And no vandalism except for this one thing. Look at that. Spotted it. You know, the attention for detail. Right, we'll get everything back to normal and let us see how the pricing is of certain rides. Well, this is just, you know, a lack of, well, guest pass buyage, as far as that's even a thing. The rest seems quite okay, though. Wait, no, pressing the wrong buttons here. There, that should do it. Right, we still do not... Oh my good lord. Alright, so where is this coming from then, huh? It could be the vertical G's, actually. The vertical G's. Tell me something. The very first part, you know, this is like this drop, and then it goes down, and then zoop. This should be over here. Just hold on a second. Right, I mean... That's where they go back to flat again. No, wait. I believe that this first highest spike and the second highest spike is what's doing us in. I mean, look at this, you know, the speed is okay-ish. It seems like the drops over here, they're just too much. I don't know really if that's the case. What are the lateral G's doing? They seem to be fine though. I don't really see anything excessive over here. Nothing that worries me at the very least. So it must be the vertical G's. Right, okay. Pause it. I want to see where it is right now in the charts. Currently, it is right over there. So it is at this drop that it acquires all those G's, huh? Right, okay. We are gonna do some changes around here. First of all... Oh. Well, we need to do those changes anyway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and see that first of all, perhaps we should do one drop less. I don't really like the sound of that, but maybe that isn't such a bad idea, you know? Right, look at this. We will do one drop less. With this one going like this. Yeah, and then the other way around, please. And then we'll actually have the, you know, the little chicane curve over there. Alright, we'll do another round of testing, and we'll see if this one's great right now. I do have high hopes for this though, and this should severely, well, we'll actually go and check the vertical G ratings right now. See what the spikes are. Look, see, the 3 over here, to me seems quite reasonable. I don't really see any issue with it. Same over there, you know, that spike... I mean, is it the lateral... Ooh. Yeah, the lateral G's don't like that. But this coaster is built for lateral G's, so... Right there, folks, you guys watch the test ride for me whilst I go and take a look at what eggheads are doing exactly. They're researching us roller coasters, and I like that. But roller coasters is not all that we need. You know what I also should do? I should hook up these 2 path sections. We'll actually do that right now, so that we'll have some better guest throughput over here. You know, that will also up our ride ticket profit stuff, you know, park goal things. Those. Let's see. Right, there's a tree in the way. Who would have guessed? Oh man. And I believe that if we go down here right now, then there is a roller coaster in the way. The other thing we could do is go up here and then drop, which almost has like the same... Ooh, and that is cool. Look at that. We now can go right. Ooh, that is a really nice feature there. Right, so this is now... Whoa, it actually... Could it be the G's then? So this has actually worsened it, huh? Could it be the lateral G's then? Were they too high? If that's the case, right, you know, assuming that is what caused it, we will have to revise this whole thing. Balls, man. It sucks building backwards, I can tell you that much. I don't know what I just removed there, but I didn't really want it to. It's just that the finicky clicking over here. No, we need to go like this. And then... Yes, I can see where this might go wrong here. You know what, we're gonna redo this whole curve thingy, because I'm not really sure about it, but all of a sudden I feel like, you know what, something could be done better over here. So we'll lift this up first, then we'll go up here, go down by one. We're gonna lengthen this up a little bit because I'm not really confident in how this is going. So right now we are at, let me just disable, that's where we need to be, and that's at height 24, 25 or something. So right now, if I were to just go down here like this, and then drop some further, and then make this swooping curve around over here, that should actually do it. Right, this is a major overhaul of the coaster. I just lengthened it significantly. Man, is that coaster design that bad that it needs all these, well, over-the-top enhancements? I don't know, I thought we had a decent coaster build, but maybe I kind of got tricked at one of the caveats of that coaster. You know, maybe my, well, Vertigo viewers have to build extreme coaster urge, which I can recognize easily at myself. Oh, I have forgotten to lift somewhere. I might have forgotten to lift it, I don't know, over here perhaps? Might have. I can totally see that being possible, seeing how the bottom section also was lacking a lift. Over here though it has one, same as over there, so alright, retry! Wow. Coaster designing is hard, me! I cannot do it! Oh wait. Now you'll see that, you know, after so much love, time and dedication, when we finally do have the final results, you'll see that it's marvelous, yeah. Results are freaking epic, beyond good. Right, what we're gonna do is, over here I want another coaster, over here we're gonna have a gentle ride. I don't really know which one. Well, I also don't seem to have much choice. We could go with this ghost train thingy and build like, you know, a few terraced thingies here with a house and oh, I can definitely see that working. I'll check the speed on it though, man. How are the lateral G's? I don't believe that. Well, so far lateral G's seem alright. It's never really passing the 3, but maybe we just need to lengthen up some track segments, really. I mean, that could be the case. We need that, you know, to just lower some of the G's. Or perhaps this is just too much. Maybe we need wide curves only. That could also be the case. Ooh, we do have these. I don't think we have placed this, right? We we do have the almost similar ride over there though. You know what? Yeah, we'll have this instead, because it's easy and quick to build, and I can then get back on focusing on fixing our one ride, you know, our one coaster. That wasn't perfect. Far from it, in fact. So, yes, we will. Alright, we'll put it like this. That's fine. We'll do a quick setup over here. Tuned to the max, as we always have. There. Nothing to change there. Up the price to €5 Oh, and we're the safest park in the country. Well, that is certainly due to extensive testing of all our rides, of course. Okay, let us see. What are... Ooh, they're still in the extreme. Right, okay. The lateral G's and the vertical G's. Could they be the issue? I'm starting to doubt things over here. You know, both of them are at like the same levels. Now, obviously, this is one of the newer type of coasters for me because this is like from the Loopy landscapes. So, what does it say? No. No. What does it say at the regular rodent coaster? If I even have that one. No, I don't even have that one. Right. Well, it certainly doesn't help me out. In that case... we are gonna... Oh, crap, I'm wrong ride. We're gonna assume that the fault lies in the lateral G's. And we're gonna take away the worst of it by just adding some segments in there, you know? No, that's not the right one. Come on. Oh, actually, did I open that up? Yeah, I did, and nobody's complaining. Great. We're gonna fix these segments over here. I do want this ride to be a success. I don't want underground view. I don't need trees. I don't need any of that shenanigan. So, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this. Get at it like that. And you know what? We'll actually go by and remove this whole section. I feel like that is doing us in at the moment. So, what we'll do instead is something like this. Because right now the speed isn't really crazy high on it. And if we then go with a tiny drop to height 22, where we can still hover above basically everything over here, which I quite like to do. I'll do a tight curve there. Look at this. And then we'll actually have another tight curve there. With another one, something like this. And then two pieces going in this direction. And then I believe that this would actually lead us to a much more balanced coaster, because it does, all of a sudden it just gained a hell of a lot more track length. So it should dampen out the speed. If this doesn't drop the lateral G's significantly, then it means that the fault lies in the vertical G's. I don't know, that could very well be the case. Then all it would take really, which would be a shame, is to make this drop less severe. That would really be a shame actually, because I quite like these drops, you know. I also quite like these, I don't know, worm heads that pop out, you know, from the cartoon figures, but... Ah well, alright, we got other rides to hook up in the meantime, you know, having some pastime never hurts. Oh crap, I do see one thing. You, handy dude, are not supposed to mow the grass. I'll put you back straight on your turf. Look at this, see, it doesn't really drop speed all that dramatically. I think the issue lies in that fact. Even with the curves, you know? Still though, I mean, take a look at the lateral G's. They're like a factor down, you know, altogether. Still, where is that one drop that they make? There seems to be a drop where they just drop down and they instantly have this. Yeah, it's over there. I don't know if there's any way to avoid that. Nah, that should be. Yeah, we should be able to just avoid this. To me, that seems the only place where the real issue lies. Right, not much has changed in the slightest, really. So, even though the lateral G's have gone down significantly, so therefore the fault lies in the vertical G's. Therefore, we need to adapt this. It's a shame, I'd rather not do this, but we'd have to. Look, this is what needs to happen. Hate it or like it, it has to. Right, and then we run into the famous issues with pretty much everything. So what we can do is avoid this in two ways. First of all, install lifts everywhere. And now we then run into issues. So if I were to just go straight, well, that would certainly solve certain things. Then we'd have to redo this whole malarkey. Oh man, that requires so much redoing. Alright. Well, that original coaster sure ain't helping out here. Balls, man. Alright. Actually, doing it like this... This could work, what we're doing here right now. Oh crap, this actually needs to be height 21, no doesn't it? I don't know actually, let me see. No, 19 seems to be just fine. Alright, going down by 1. I don't really get it. What is holding us back here? And the view is terrible for doing shenanigans like this. I seem to be like one off already. I seem to be like miles off. Well, I know one thing. It certainly won't go through over there. Oh man, that's such a shame really. Alright. So, this ain't gonna happen, at least not in this fashion. Not the way I had intended. Plan C or E or however much by now. 21. Alright. And then even one further back. I mean, I don't even know. How come that this is so... We need to be at height 20 for it. Huh. That might have been why it wasn't really working out. Still though, I mean, I couldn't do it backwards, you know. I couldn't put any track anywhere. So, I guess this is the only way. Straight. Alright. Well, it has most certainly reduced the G's on this coaster. At least the vertical ones, because that was the biggest drop. I mean, sure, these are also drops. But reducing the G's on one drop should be just enough to push it down the not so extreme marker. Right. What we were doing was building path here. Something that never seems to get finished. And then like this. Look at that. Don't need it to be that long. I think we had this all set up, didn't we? Well, at least in my book we have. Nice. Right. It actually has music. Rock style music. Alright, I mean this park is a bonanza of different musics anyway. So why don't we call this the Space Bonanza. Bonanza. There. I mean it's a bonanza of music, so we might as well, right? Now because it's deep space, of course black is the most fitting, right? We'll also go with a bit of a fancy that purple with the white and hovery blue or hovery yellow. That seems right. So how are the vertical G's doing actually? I mean that's the question that everybody's asking themselves. Not above 3, at least as far as I can see. Negative G's greatly reduced, positive G's close to 3, but never really above 3. Lateral G's on the other hand, I mean, well there's 2 and then this is like the highest spike. 1 minute 40, yeah, that's right after a drop. If it's still the lateral G's, then we can easily address it because we know which drop causes it, which is this very one. Come on, give ratings. I mean, we've been fiddling around with this freaking coaster for like too long. Nice! 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 The crank and drop. Finally tuned to perfection. Oh yes, oh yes. We did it, ladies and gents. We actually tuned it right to perfection. Oh, that's so nice. Finally. I mean, that took way longer than it should have, but still. Now, another interesting thought has come across my mind, you know. We've been doing our experiment, and I read a comment about how, you know, rides and food stuff all interact, and I was like, yeah, you know, good point, and that was not really what the experiment was for, but it did open up a venue in my train of thought roadmap thingy, where I was like, hey, you know what? If our goal is to get ride price money tickets, you know, which we have like 4,500 of right now, if that's our goal, then why are our guests wasting money on food stuff? Money that they could have been spending on, you know, on rides. So what we're gonna do quickly is we are going to make pretty much everything in our park free, so that the guest will not spend their precious money on this kind of stuff. Instead, they will spend it all on rides. Also, I want the same prices throughout the park, so I only need to do it once, right? There's a drink thingy. You go and make this free. Yep, same price throughout the park. Same for you there. There we go. Make everything free. What else do we have? I mean, I know we have other stuff in there. Yeah, like you. Same price, which is free. I believe there is also... Yeah, there's also you. Ice cream stall. Free as well. Free for the masses. I mean, that should boost our... oh, crap. Again, wrong buttons. No, but this should boost what the guests are gonna spend on our rides, which is our goal after all. So I think that's a clever move, you know, and it was all inspired by that one comment. So thank you whoever placed it. I'm sure you know who I mean. In any case, yeah, what did we do? Not much exactly. We did, however, fine-tune this coaster to be the very first grand coaster on its own merit. Granted, it took a hell of a lot of tweaking, but we got there with the drops and also with an awesome track with undergrounds and everything. So, yeah, I mean, rightfully so it should have been, and actually it should have been so the very first time, but perseverance is key. And we have persevered, and one came out victorious. So, hopefully our next coaster will go a lot smoother. But that and more is something you'll have to find out next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.